Hello guys, welcome to the FF Bro channel with Philip and me, Felix. Today we'll do a tank review about the light tank T1 Cunningham, tier 1 in World of Tanks. And we'll just straight ahead start with the historical part. This tank was like just a prototype, never existed, never saw combat, just one production was made of it. And the prototype testing was through 1922 to 1928 by a person called James Cunningham, and he was kind of the prototype developer. He was working in Rochester, New York, and there were like various modifications going on this T1 Cunningham, which was tested until 1934, but it never saw mass production. So it never saw real combat. It was just a fantasy idea of a two-man crew of a driver and a commander in a quick tank, good terrain, like good terrain, but never saw that area.
Okay, and I'm Philip, and you see before me the T1 Cunningham, fully upgraded. And we can start with the hit points. It's got 115, which is quite healthy for a tier 1 tank. It weighs shy of 7.81 tons, and it has a 132 horsepower engine as the prototype had in real life. The top speed is also 41, and this T1 Cunningham is I believe, one of the fastest of the tier 1s in the World of Tanks. And over to the traverse speed, which is 38 degrees per second, is reasonably okay, but the armor, it's not good. It's 10 millimeters front, sides, and rear. Same for the turret, which is like around 10 millimeters. So it's going to be penetrated by every single gun in the whole game. Angling the armor to try to make it bounce could work if you get maybe like an extreme angle on the turret so the shot bounces, but you should never count on your armor in this tank. And it has a view range of 280 meters, which is, yeah, quite poorly, but because it's a tier 1 tank, it's not really heavily depending on the view range. I, however, have binocular telescopes and camouflage net on the tank, and I've also camouflaged the tank, so I play it more like drive it into a bush and try not to get spotted when I fire a gun. And speaking of guns, this one has a 20mm Hispano Suiza Birkicht gun. Very hard to pronounce. And it's a top tier gun, 15 shells in the magazine, and rapid firing, and about 12 damage per shot. So in total, when you have emptied the whole magazine, you should, and all of them has penetrated an enemy tier 1 tank, you are very likely to have already taken it out of the game. It's quite an effective gun, right, Felix?
Yes, it's like if you are a good player in the tank, you can get as us and get the top guns easily.
Yeah, as we'll show you some good gameplay after this in garage review. And it has a 10 seconds reload time, quite okay for being an autoloader or like machine gun. Has a fully traversable turret. Got my Swedish flag from here because I'm Swedish. And my commander is 100%, and I'm almost complete with my first skill. And I would really recommend 6th Sense on this tank, and then go for like camouflage. And do you have anything more to say, Felix?
Yeah, also good is to put your driver on smooth rides so the commander then later on can hit a tank while your tank is on the move in a dangerous position. So if you are being flanked by a tank, you can move while still hitting it. And yeah, I would say Sixth Sense is like the best thing which you can do. And getting camouflage net and putting some camouflage on your tank and even train your crew on camouflage. It just puts your percentage number on camouflage higher and makes you an unspotted vehicle in game.
Yeah, and before some gameplay, the T1 Cunningham is one of the best tier 1s in the game, and on the esports show, the people there usually have T1 Cunninghams as scouts to scout the battlefield just because they are quick, maneuverable, quite small in comparison to the British one, which is a big fat target. And yeah, that's mostly said about the T1 Cunningham. And here comes some gameplay.
So here we are now in our T1 Cunningham, getting ready for a good gameplay on the map Mines. And our first thing which we thought is that we go directly into the center of the map to get some domination on the left, right, and front line.
Yeah, and it's in the middle where the most action is, and where we can put our gun to good use, as when you unload a full clip, you can basically take out an enemy tank if you penetrate every shot.
Yes, we can see we're now going to that center rock. It's a good place to defend your T1 Cunningham from the shots which come from the opposite side, and also to destroy tanks coming up, especially between the two rocks.
Yeah, it's a very good position.
And I just got spotted.
So yeah, here we got into an early position here in the rock so we can get some spots on the enemy team. And then we try to pick them apart one by one.
Obviously with some team help too, but we did mostly of the damage on enemy vehicles.
Yeah, we're mostly just us two here. If the enemy would be smart, they would just have maybe like gone around and picked us apart because it's not so many behind us. So yeah, a bit of teamwork there.
Yeah.
We're both on 1 kill each.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the best position to be in a T1 Cunningham.
Well, there are also some other good positions, but yeah, as my friend said, it's also good there. We get most of the kills. And you can also suppress the enemy in all sides just to keep them back and let the team come up to you and help you.
Yeah, now we're going up into this on the high ground to get some more spots and eventually kills. I do not have 6th Sense on this vehicle, but you, Felix, do have them, alright?
Yeah, I do. It helps a lot because if you have like 6th Sense and you don't even see the enemy, you really do get quicker noticing of the enemy in action.
Yeah, so you just got killed.
Yep, by the MS-1, which is sad. But still, I did 3 kills. And if you are working together, it's good to tell then the other friend where maybe the tank killed you, so you can also knock him out. Especially if you are equipped with a machine gun as the main gun of the T1 Cunningham.
Yeah, it's the top gun. And you should always be in a bush. And I got also camouflage net and binocular, so I wait until they are equipped, so I get even more, what's it called, more stealthy. So the enemy tanks have lesser chance to detect.
And there you can, and there's like our team just winning.
Yeah, and most of it was because me and Felix went into the middle and dominated there and took out the majority of the vehicles, and then to go up onto the high ground and be able to see over the whole map.
And take out, and mostly the damage and destroyed some vehicles. But you also still need some team help.
Yeah. So this was one example on how you can use your T1 Cunningham to dominate the battlefield. Okay, so now we're back from the battle, and here are the post-screen results. And as you see, I actually made it a first-class mastery badge, and it got some other battle hero messages like Bruiser, Fire for Effect, and some other too random. And yeah, I gained a profit of 10,802 with 761 experience. And keep in mind that I'm running a standard account. I don't have a premium account. So 10,000 is quite good. And then on the team score, you see I came first on top of the experience earned and damage done. And Felix got 239 damage.
Yeah. But even you have to see that I even died earlier and was more like a person holding myself back. Phil was rather a person who went out and got more kills than I and did more damage. But even apart from that, we were a good team. First of all, a good team together, and we're good in our team.
We cooperated in our actions. That one took one side and the other one secured the other flank.
Yeah. So if you just have do good team play with in your platoon, and discuss who takes which flank, you will be probably winning a battle together or holding a line for a longer time.
Yeah, and on the detailed report, you can see we fired 90 shots, but that's because of an autoloader.
But if you look at the money, 10,000, the T1 is like a money maker machine. Having the T1 is like getting you out of a trouble with low money, or just you want to have more money, because T1, first of all, you don't have to pay for repairs. The only thing which you have to repair is either or not repair, but rearm your ammunition. Costs just like 2,000.
No,
and
270.
Yeah, but if you also then you just have to either like rearm maybe your repair kit or fire extinguisher or even first aid kit, but that's like only it which you have to pay for. But you do way more profit with this tank than losing money. So if you have low money, play the T1 Cunningham for a whole week. It brings you up and up with cash.
Yeah, and that was all for today, folks. Stay tuned and see our coming small quick tank reviews. And have a good day.